Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to see that the first edition of the ComoLake Conference has a focus on energy and sustainability, two topics that are profoundly linked to the digital transformation of our economy and wider society. The twin, green and digital transitions are the make it or break it issues of our generation. Today, climate change is melting ice at the poles, triggering massive droughts and floods, and threatening lives and livelihoods around the world. The EU is tackling this head-on. We are committed to climate neutrality by 2050, to decarbonizing our energy system, and to changing how we produce, distribute and consume energy. There is a lot to be hopeful about. The recent surge in renewables deployment is remarkable. Today, over 22% of our electricity is produced from solar and wind, compared to other major economies at around 14% or even lower. And in 2022, the EU witnessed a record surge in wind and solar power, and we expect this trend to continue. Much of this is facilitated by digital innovation, which is opening up a world of possibility for our new energy landscape. Digital technologies can help to optimize our use of energy so that we save energy and money. It can even generate wealth by selling the energy we produce, such as with solar PV panels back to the market. With smart meters, we can visualize our real-time energy consumption and receive tailored advice on how to reduce it. I'm pleased to see that Italy is among the frontrunners for the rollout of smart meters, and I hope other member states follow suit. But if we are to succeed in this energy transition, we need to do more, and we need to go further. Our future lies in an energy system that is much smarter and more interactive than it is today. If we don't focus on digitalization and innovation to underpin energy system flexibility, we will miss out on the massive renewables rollout. This is why the Commission is determined to do what it takes to drive forward the twin, green and digital transitions. First, we are implementing the EU Action Plan to digitalize the energy sector and coordinating amongst member states. We now have the first generation blueprint for a common European reference framework for energy-saving applications throughout the EU. We also have a digital toolbox guidance for energy communities to help share knowledge and digital solutions stemming from EU-funded projects. There are some exciting new initiatives in this space. For example, in collaboration with the Commission's Joint Research Centre, the city of Magliano Alpi in Italy has developed a tool to forecast energy needs and self-consumption volumes of an energy community and match them to its production potential. We also published guidance for updated national energy and climate action plans last December, which invited member states to build and explore the full potential of the twin transition. I'm pleased that we have received the Italian draft revised plan. We have not yet finished our assessment, but I was interested to see that it contains measures to further digitalize the energy system. Second, we know investment needs are huge, so we are using all tools at our disposal to ramp up investment in the clean energy transition. We are doing this through our policy framework to provide as much regulatory certainty as possible and direct private financing towards net zero investments. We are especially focused on boosting investments in flexibility, smart grids, and more data exchange to benefit consumers and more innovative energy services. That's the thinking behind our EU Action Plan to digitalize the energy sector that is just mentioned. and our last major reform in the making, the electricity market design. We are also using various types of financial instruments, such as loans, guarantees, or risk-sharing facilities to scale up clean energy solutions. And third, we are working on scaling up our net zero industry manufacturing and putting in place a strong domestic EU net zero technology value chain. As we speak, Europe is a net importer of these technologies. We already know too well what it means to be heavily reliant on one supplier and cannot risk falling into another dependency. With a global market for key mass manufactured zero technologies set to triple by 2030, there is also a huge economic opportunity for our net zero manufacturing base, which is why we are designing a new policy approach through our proposal on a Net Zero Industry Act to ensure our clean tech industry stays and grows in Europe. Our aim is to create the best conditions for investment in net zero technology manufacturing and ensure the sector is competitive globally. Dear friends, right now we are navigating through an energy transition trilemma, decarbonizing our energy system, ensuring energy security, and a just transition. We have the ambition, vision, and the tools to accelerate this transition. Now we must stay the course, working together with coherent and convergent efforts. Italy's contribution to our energy and climate targets is of utmost importance. We will continue to count on you today to help us shape the energy system of tomorrow. Thank you.